going to get right to it. I had some extra grapefruit that I couldn't eat in time. I didn't want it to go to waste. So what I do is I'll have a couple that I like to get all that stuff off of there, but I'll have a couple that I'll put in the refrigerator and in the next week eat it up just plain. But I got all the peels off. And with grapefruit, they are nice because they are big peels for what I am planning on doing. So you can see I have some cookie cutters out, and what I do is I get me as much of a surface as I can. So I went around it with this and cut it, and then just went this around it to get it to come off in one piece. Works really, really well. This I'm getting ready for Christmas, and so I have these, and I have a few fall cutouts also. I get a I get a glass, and on the bottom is very flat. So then what I do is I hold it and push it down so that it cuts the grapefruit, because doing it by hand is really, really hard. So you can see there is the cutout, and there it is. Sometimes you got to pull away some of the pit part of it, but isn't that cute? And then, if I want, I can put a hole up here if this is something I want to hang. Or a lot of times I just do some dried botanicals and I'll put these in, and they just look really good. So I'll show you some of those as soon as I have them. But here is what I'm going to do with them is this is my dehydrate tray, and I will put those in, and even the extra little pieces of the skin, I do those too, because those can be you can grind them up and use them for whatever you need. Orange and lemon is probably better, but I like the grapefruit because it's just big so that I can use the cutouts. So anyway, but I do those, and I can throw those in the dried botanicals too, or I just keep them on hand if I want a little bit of a citrus on, dried citrus on something, give it a little different flavor. I'll do that. But hi there again. I just wanted to show you guys all the stuff that I do, all the things that I dry, and what I make with it. So we have this. This is my dried botanical, and that's what I call it, dried fruit and botanicals. It is for people can put fragrance in it if they want, or they can just set it in a bowl or leave it like this and decorate. For this one is more for fall, but you can see there is some of the grapefruit. This is lemon. Lemon seems to get dark faster than in the other fruit. And this is orange. Orange keeps its color pretty good. So these are all dried in my dehydrator. There's pumpkin pods and just all kinds of different dried plants and things that I have, flowers even. So what I do is I take things that are from my garden. So this is goldenrod. It's kind of losing its color. This was from a couple of years ago or a year ago where we had tons of goldenrod growing all over. So I picked a bunch, and this is just the leftover, but it's a beautiful yellow if it's not too old. This is just some tea. It's leftover tea that I forgot about because there was only a little bit left. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that in one of my bags for decoration. Just thought it was a pretty black color. And this is the grapefruit when it is dried. You can see it kind of rolls a little bit, but I love the look of it. You can still see what it is, a little tree, and then we have the little maple leaf. And you can still tell what they are. So, and then like I said, you could put a little hole there if you wanted to hang them. Pine cones, beautiful pine cones to put in your bags. And usually, if you want to put them in the oven on low just to kill off any bugs, or sometimes I'll leave them in my garage through the winter, and then in the summer they're usually pretty good. I have some cedar that'll be good in a Christmas bag, and just have some oxide daisy. I found some of that growing in my yard, and it is a beautiful white and yellow flower. I'm not sure you can see that, but I would throw that in there. I have calendula, which I use. It's great for skincare, but it also keeps this beautiful yellow color. So those are great to put into the dried botanicals. And I just am trying. I love sage leaves. I think they're beautiful and they keep their look to them, but when you dry them, they curl up and get so brittle. So I am flattening them. And so hopefully that's what this is for with the big jug of water is there are some leaves, sage leaves in there, and I'm trying to get them to dry flat. And I think those will add a lovely touch to any of the dried things. Also, did some okra this year. We had a few little um, things come up, little emergencies that we were not able to get to the garden. And look at these big okra. So I thought, oh, I'll dry them and get the seeds out of them. Well, I did, but you can see these are two okras, and I have enough seed for goodness a long time. So I decided I'm going to dry them, and I just think they look beautiful. I'm going to decorate with them for the fall, but I know of people who paint them and will paint snowmen or different things on them. I have not tried that yet, but you never know. I may do that too. And then, all of this stuff. I have roses, I have cinnamon, there's some chamomile, some rose hip, and some clove. It's just, you can put in everything that you have growing outside around you. I even stuff that I'm not sure of what to do with it, I'll dry it and see if it dries good and keeps its color. I mean, you can't go wrong with lavender. Lavender is wonderful and good for you. And this is a coneflower, echinacea. It keeps its nice purple color for quite a while. This is a little sunflower that I picked. So anything outside, I'm drying it and picking it. And all I do is dry it on some wire, and it dries really well. Usually, a couple of weeks or longer is best. But yeah, I just kind of feel it. And if it's hard and brittle, that usually means it's pretty dry. This is some flowers. There's zinnias and sunflowers and different things in here. But this was just something that I put together, put a bow on it, and I'm going to hang outside. I just think it's beautiful, even though you have the crinkled green leaves. I love it. I just think it's keeps its color so well, and yeah, I think it's just pretty. So I mean, it's not something that's going to last more than this year. Um, Probably will fall apart on me, but I got some of these that dried real well. So yeah, that was something that I was really happy with of how it turned out. And I just wanted to give you an idea on, fruit and different things like that of what you can do with it. Also, if you do put together any dried botanicals, I try to keep them all natural, everything that I have dried myself. And you could also, if you had to, you could infuse it. You could put it in oil. You can put it in um, any type of alcohol or anything like that to infuse this, or you can put it on the stove and have it, infuse into the water. And that is a nice little tonic that you can make up for yourself. So I try to keep it all natural. And if you have any questions on any of the flowers or plants that you're doing, get Plant Identifier. It is an app on my phone. I take pictures of the plant and it lets me know what kind of plant it is. I think if you want to know details on it, you got to pay something, but it's a free app if you just want to know the name of the flower. And then just to make sure, like if you do use it for something that it's not poisonous, and like I have Queen Anne's lace there, but it could be um, hemlock looks just like it. So you got to be real careful when you're out picking these plants. But usually in your own house, you kind of know what you have. Okay, here is what I ended up with on my grapefruit. I think they turned out pretty good. This one, I got a cut in there. I mean, you can hear it's just really, really hard and crisp, but that means it's dry. So this was a little angel, and I put a hole in it to hang it. The tree, yeah, it ended up getting a little curved, but that's all right. These are the grapefruit itself. I had not tasted it before. It was just something I had a bunch, so I was going to dehydrate them. They are delicious. They do have a little bit of a bitter, and that could be because I still have some of the pit on them, but that's okay. I don't mind it because I love grapefruit. So I'm going to do some more of these because these will be great to have on hand. And then with my extra pieces, this was cute. I mean, that's where I cut it out, but I saved the outside, and I could use that for something too. I thought it was really, really cute. And so here is my extra pieces that I have on hand.